जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्ति।
Paramahamsa Nityananda, a compelling spiritual force of our millennium, founder of an international socio-spiritual movement, pioneer of a modern Vedic renaissance, born in the sacred town of Tiruvannamalai in southern India, a yogi by birth, fearless spiritual explorer, beacon of divine power, Paramahamsa Nityananda is today an inspiration for millions on the path. Adept in ancient mystical yogic sciences, researcher of the science of spirituality, guru for enlightenment. Every year, Paramahamsa Nityananda shares with over 10 million people worldwide the treasures of his wisdom, the joy of his laughter, and the incomparable power of his initiation. Now, Paramahamsa Nityananda reveals the secrets of living enlightenment. Join us for an unforgettable spiritual experience.
सच्चिदानन्दरूपिणं वन्दे सनातनं पुण्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। सर्वधर्मप्रणेतारं सच्चिदानन्दरूपिणं वन्दे सनातनं पुण्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। वेदवेदान्तसंवेद्यं देवदेवी स्वरूपम्।
Normal man, by his very existence, he doesn't feel responsible even for his own breath, his own thinking, his own actions. By the very existence, enlightened being feels responsible for the whole. You feel responsible for the whole. Bhagavan is straight away hitting Arjuna. He is giving a straight command. He says, come on, enter into the battle. It's time. You delayed for a long time. We had a chat for quite a long time. Whether it is junky things or spiritual things, chat is a chat is a chat, which has gone for too long. Arjuna's dumbness is not related to brain, it is related to mind. He is able to do so many things when it comes to his self. But here, he assumes voluntarily this so-called confusion. Arjuna is not innocent. He is not struggling. Be very clear. He is really intelligent guy. He suddenly started thinking he is doing a big favor to Sri Krishna by fighting. When Krishna was showing so much of responsibility into the whole action of war, Arjuna started having doubt. Oh, this war is more important to this fellow Krishna than to me. Come on. Maybe then now I can slack, hang. Just because I show responsibility does not mean I am going to be benefited by what I am doing. Just because Krishna showed responsibility with the whole war don't think Krishna is going to be benefited by what he is doing. Showing responsibility is his quality. By his very frequency, by his very existence, by his very presence, he is responsible for everything happening. A common mind always judges, oh, if this fellow is feeling so much responsible, if he is running so much, so fast, then there must be some expectation for him from this action than for me. Suddenly, Arjuna got into the cunning mood. How Arjuna felt. Because Krishna takes more responsibility, may be beneficial for him. Let him do, why me? Dwarka, or it did not happen for other countries. Even though all the 54 deshas, all the 54 settlements of those days joined the war, taking one side or the other, it happened mainly for Indraprastha. The fight is who will become owner of Indraprastha, the present New Delhi. Maybe Arjuna started feeling, if this fellow is so active, giving such a sharp strategy, then there must be some vested interests. This fellow must be having something in return. He must be gaining something. The mind built on unconsciousness, mind built on laziness, is more dangerous than any other demon. For Arjuna's welfare, the poor Krishna has to be sitting and talking so many logical, philosophical things. I think now, even Krishna is running out of patience. That is why he comes straight to the instruction. It's in the whole 700 verses. Bhagavan is coming to the straight instructions only 7 times. 700 verse. Only 7 times he is commanding Arjuna. All the 693 verses, he is only philosophically requesting, convincing, inspiring, encouraging. And after giving Vishwarupa Darshana,
Nityananda Dhyanapitham celebrates the Grand Mahashivaratri. On 20th Feb 2012, Shiva appeared as an unfathomable column of light to even Brahma, the embodiment of knowledge, and Vishnu, the embodiment of wealth. That day is Shivaratri. Come, immerse yourself in the Shiva Kundalini meditation with the living incarnation on that very day in that very place. Special programs on Shivaratri. Live discourse by living incarnation Paramahamsa Nityananda. Powerful Shiva Kundalini meditation. Grand Maha Rudrabhisheka that destroys all diseases. Also on this day is the one-day meditation program Kalpataru that gives you the energy to make all your dreams into a reality. At the end of this meditation program, you will receive the direct energy touch and initiation from Paramahamsa Nityananda. We welcome you to participate in this Mahashivaratri celebrations and receive the grace of Shiva and the blessings of Paramahamsa Nityananda. Place Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Girivala Path, Thiruvannamalai. Phone 7200003311 7200003322.
The Ingenious Program, a field of all possibilities. The children in the Ingenious Program are directly under the guidance of enlightened Master Paramahamsa Nityananda. Nityananda is an incarnation and exudes the knowledge of conflict-free living. He states that enlightenment is our birthright. What an incredible gift for your child, a once-in-a-lifetime privilege to live and thrive in the energy field of all possibilities and give enlightenment to your child. Where every child can become a genius. Learning can unveil the genius in every child, provided it stimulates higher order thinking skills, positive self-esteem, teamwork, and an internal locus of control. Research has proven that holistic teaching methodologies paired with meditation stimulate whole brain functioning and result in self-directed, spontaneous, and creative lifelong learners. An enriched environment. When young children have an enriched environment conducive to early learning in life, they have higher IQ, cognitive intelligence, EQ, social emotional intelligence, and SQ, spiritual intelligence. These early experiences are critical for the development of the child. Peer pressure and destructive social conditioning can take its toll on the child. It can create negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors unless these enriching experiences are provided. An enriched environment includes whole brain activities which stimulate the utilization of both sides of the brain. The right brain is responsible for creativity, intuition, spontaneity, quantum memory, learning in a flash, and computer-like calculations. The left side of the brain is responsible for inner linear thinking and analysis. When both sides of the brain are integrated, performance is optimal. Brain yoga. Brain yoga activates the ability to balance the right and the left brain. This helps open the sixth sense. Children are given activities to balance both sides of the body simultaneously, using distinctive postures that stimulate both sides. The neurological brain patterns move from beta to alpha, increasing alertness and attention. Quantum memory. Quantum memory is a constant downloading of information without interference of the mind. Observation skills are directly related to memory skills. Reading without interference of the mind, reading at quantum speed, will lead to quantum memory without the mind getting in the way. Creative and performing arts. Dance, drama, music, sculpting, and design offered in the Ingenious program provide kinesthetic motor stimulation to engage the brainwave patterns, resulting in expanded creativity and resourcefulness. Sattvic food. Children are given the benefit of fresh sattvic food prepared to the standards according to the ancient Vedic lifestyle. The food is fresh, with fruits and vegetables. Vegetarian food creates radiant health in the body. Vedic cultural arts. Sanskrit chanting stimulates the brain to produce full brain coherence, developing clearer perception and integrated thinking. Chanting also promotes inner silence and improves the attention span. Meditation and expanded awareness. Meditation instills a deep silence in the child, resulting in deeper, richer perception and clarity in thinking. Ingenious produces the next step in evolution, a mature human being who functions at a higher state of consciousness. Expanded awareness provides the platform for a vision of all abilities of life, perfect health, prosperity, and life without conflict. What more could you ask for your child?
If I can just teach this one science to the kids, I will have millions of enlightened beings. Even after the 11th chapter, showing as an experience of Vishwarupa Darshana to Arjuna, he has to go on, justify, philosophize, encourage, inspire. Hats off to Krishna. Amazing. See, a spiritual personality is never accepted usually as a social leader. A social leader is never accepted as a spiritual personality. Shiva is never accepted as a social leader. He is a spiritual personality. Same way there are millions of social leaders never accepted as a spiritual personality. Because by the nature, both of them are two different jobs. But Krishna is the first and foremost master who has been respected as a highest spiritual personality, the greatest social leader. I don't know how he was able to manage both. It is not an easy joke to combine the personality of social and spiritual. Bhagavan has successfully done it. Sri Krishna has successfully done it. This guy has to show his Vishwarupa. After showing Vishwarupa, he has to go on philosophizing 650 verse. I tell you, God, nobody else can be a social leader like him. You cannot expect this from Shiva. Straight he is giving 112 techniques in 110 sutras. The whole Shiva Sutra, 112 technique, but in only 110 sutras. He put 2 technique in 1 sutra. You know, in this whole Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses, only 7 times he is giving this command. Just 7 times he is saying, enter into the battle. Bhagavan has a tremendous compassion to Arjuna. He does not want to leave Arjuna and do his mission. If you look deeply, all the breakthrough in the whole Mahabharata war, Bhishma dying, Drona dying, Karna dying, all the big breakthrough, Duryodhana dying, everything clearly executed Sri Krishna. Not a single breakthrough is by Arjuna. And even single breakthrough missing would have made the whole thing tragedy. End would have been tragic, terrible. This fellow has taken the vow, this Arjuna. Every breakthrough is by Bhagavan. If Bhishma was not killed, whole Pandavas would have been destroyed. If Drona was not killed, the whole Pandavas would have been destroyed. If Jayadratha was not killed, the whole thing would have been a mess. If Karna was not killed, the whole thing would have been a mess. How many dangers Bhagavan has made Arjuna pass through so easily. Krishna is the ultimate example of unclutched patience. Shiva can teach only to Devi who doesn't question. No, throughout the Shiva Sutra, she is not opening her mouth at all. The only woman on the planet Earth just listening, never talking to the husband. Not even one question. Anyhow, no one can exhibit such tremendous patience like Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. Almost 650 verses. Convincing. Philosophizing. Inspiring. Only 7 times giving the command, do it.
Discover the power of Kundalini Awakening at Kalpataru, a unique full-day transformational program blessed personally by rare living incarnation Paramahamsa Nityananda. What is Kundalini? Kundalini is the tremendous potential energy hidden inside every individual, which can be awakened through initiation by an enlightened master. Once awakened, Kundalini has the power to transform every area of your life and bring you health, wealth, success, joyful relationships, and spiritual enlightenment. Harness the power of meditation and initiation. Experience a glimpse of Kundalini awakening at Kalpataru. Manifest your destiny. Every weekend at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nityananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nityananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nityananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.
Bhagavan has a clear goal, deadline, not even deadline, death line, but showing tremendous passions of philosophizing, inspiring. Only when he runs out of patience, he makes one command. Sometimes, based on the thickness of the logic, only the answers are given. Bhagavan loses, runs out of patience, commands Arjuna. But I tell you, that 7 slokas where he is commanding is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, where his very being is straight away landing on Arjuna. If you ask me the essence of Bhagavad Gita, I will say these 7 slokas, where Bhagavan is commanding. But even with the spiritual depth, nothing like these 7 verses. So, we are on the verse where Bhagavan is commanding. Take this directly from Bhagavan as initiation. He says, lay down all the results of actions. Forget about the results, which is going to be good or bad or as per your expectation or not expected, or what you expected, or is it going to be 50% or 150% or 2000%? Effect, side effect, after effect of all the results of your actions. Forget about them. Drop them. Don't even have false hope. Means perverted hope. So drop all the false hope, perverted hopes, and relax from this feeling of ownership. I tell you, world's worst loosedom. I am creating a new word, loosedom, is the feeling of ownership. Any fellow feels the ownership. Let me describe. Ownership is formed without any bone structure by continuous action. Your actions are like flowers. Ownership is like a thread. If the ownership thread is used and actions are stitched and tied, it is ego, garland of ego. Never the real ownership happens in that way. Real ownership is flowers are arranged so thoroughly in such packed way, it looks like a garland without the thread. Is ownership. The ownership I feel, there is no separate thread of ownership running. Continuous actions performed so meticulously, perfectly, constantly creates the feeling as if all these flowers are looking like garland, but they are not tied. If there is a thread, it is false ego. In a normal man, he feels the ownership, I am doing, then does less action. That's why more thread is seen, less flowers are there. 25-meter thread, in the end and the beginning, one flower. That is the garland all you fellows are wearing. Because the whole energy is spent on ownership. Thread is the ownership. A real ownership is constant actions done in perfection. Yogaha karmasu kauchalam. Constant actions performed in perfection, in continuum, creates a feeling of ownership for others, not for you, is real ownership.
क्या आप स्वयं एक अवतार पुरुष से अपने जीवन में दिव्य मार्गदर्शन चाहते हैं? प्रस्तुत करते हैं अवतार पुरुष से वार्ता।
नित्यानंदा here.
परमहंस नित्यानंदा संसार को एक और अतुल्य और अनोखी भेंट दे रहे हैं।
You got practically everything and too much for a phone call.
अब वो लाइव किसी के भी प्रश्नों का उत्तर स्वयं देंगे।
And great. Now you ask anything you want in your life. Ask me any boon you want.
8 से प्रारंभ। कुछ सौभाग्यशाली लोग जो 08027279999 पर फोन करेंगे, वो स्वयं स्वामी जी से बात कर सकते हैं। लाइव देखें NTV पर ntv.nityananda.org।
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मज दुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि नित्यानन्दलिङ्गम्।
ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवकुतो दयिषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः या च यशः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्याया तवतया नो रुद्रमृडय या ते रुद्र शिवा तनोरघोर पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचागशीः या विशृङ्गिरिशन्तहस्ते विभष्ट्यस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरिक्रतां गुरुमाहिगुं सेः पुरुषं जगते शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो दैव्यो वृषगे अहेहश्च सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यादुत्राण्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुणपुत भभ्रस्सु मङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्र अभितो दिक्षु श्रुता सहस्रशो वै शागुं हेडयीमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उदैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय ईडुषे अतो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्चदन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्तियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः परात भगवो वप अवदत्यरनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते निशीर्याणवागुं उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आपुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदरे नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिधे धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् दृढक्तो विश्वतः अधो यजुषुरिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठमृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदा शिवाय शङ्कराय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यवागवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय त्रिशीमते पदीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्लुषाय विव्याधिने नानां पतये.
But the ownership Arjuna is having is one flower in the beginning, one flower in the end, 25-meter thread. By the time you reach that, both flowers are withered away. Your ownership is flowerless garland. Drop that. Real ownership is felt by others by your continuous action. Perfection continuum. Before even taking cognizance of somebody's surrender, the first prima facie requirement is perfection. Before even taking somebody's surrender into cognizance, the prima facie requirement I look into is perfection. Feeling of ownership which Arjuna is carrying, not only useless, dangerous. In feeling of ownership, actions are never tied properly. Please understand, 2-inch thick thread rope cannot be used to make jasmine garland. The ego itself becomes so thick, jasmine cannot stay with it. And the ego cannot bend for action. Jasmine is too fragile. It's perfect, but too fragile. Your ego will hurt the action. Your feeling of ownership abuses the very fundamental of the action. Real feeling of ownership is felt by others by the perfection of your action, but never felt by you. Bhagavan gives the next command, having given up your affliction. Give up. A personality like Bhagavan, when he says Nirashir Nirmamo Bhutva, Arjuna, still sitting with his long face and continue to let Bhagavan talk. Bhagavan is using his whole energy, finally giving a last word. Nirmamo Bhutva means without having fear about your higher identity, higher self, disrespecting your lower self. Unless you disrespect your lower identity, you will not catch your higher existence. If a child or a pet urinates on you, that you want to just get rid of it, clean yourself. Exactly. If you have the same mood towards your lower self and non-fear, not having fear about the higher self, happen to your higher self. Understand, you happening to your higher self, you making yourself available to your higher self is the essence. Be unavailable, lower self, available to your higher self, enter into the battle. Yudhyasva Vigatachvaraha. Understand, your everyday life is a battle. Take this as a direct initiation from Bhagavan. Lay down all the effect, side effect, after effect of actions. Don't carry the perverted, indirect, false, long hope. Relax from the iron chain feeling of ownership. Give up your affliction. Don't be afraid of the higher self. Disrespect the lower self. Enter into the life. Enter into the battle.